Hi, and welcome to Black Country Blitz PC Gaming. How am we all? Right then. Just about to start a little haul. Carrying on with this Nordic Horizons DLC World of Truck events. I've still got 4 to do. We're here in Norway, and we're just moving up the map in Norway to take from this job so I can take from another job and get another one off the list. So without further ado, let's get in the cab and let's get underway. Now it is night time here in Norway. The time is now 2 AM, but as you can see, it's completely dark as it should be. Again, I think that is part of the game itself. So, but I have been messing with the brightness as it's a new feature inside the game. So, anybody that's drove on any of the roads that are bright white, we can now see them rather than like see like the road markings or anything like that. It's mainly in American trucks where you're going like California and stuff like that. Anyway, I've adjusted mine so it's as bright. Now since the previous stream, I have no longer got trucks popping in and out with the tyres missing. It was a mod that was conflicting with another mod, so once I replaced it, hence no more tyres not showing. Also we've added in a mod to give myself and the AI traffic different headlights as default or vanilla. I couldn't see them through the mirrors. Now when I look through a mirror I can actually see the headlights.
Take the second exit.
They're a lot brighter, so that's all the changes to do with mods since the last time I put a stream out on Euro Trucks. Now they come in 3 different kind of lights: an orange, a white, a lighter white. So how you set them up in your stack,
Take the second exit.
you have 4 files and they show you in the map, in the mod itself. There's a little picture and it sort of shows you what stack I have to add them in order to make them work properly. I must say they work fine. Somewhere else I've discovered. Now, not only have I got this Nordic Horizons still left to do, we've got the Christmas one. I haven't even achieved none of them yet, and we've got Cruise in Louisiana, all to do before January. So it's going to be a busy period here on the channel trying to get them done, as well as balance work. I've got a few days off, so whenever I can get a chance to stream over the next couple of days, I will do and try and get them out. So you lovely people out there on YouTube have got something to watch. Either in December or what's left of it, or whenever you've got the time. I hope you've all got yourself prepared for Christmas. I have. I can actually chill now between now and going to work later on next week, as I've only got 1 day off for Christmas. I'm in work Boxing Day. Alright, as the old saying is, no rest for the wicked. Anyway, we'll try and keep to the speed limit. Now, it was actually the traffic mod that was conflicting with
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
the tyres not working properly. And another one of the mods is when we change our steering wheels and then we go and change the truck, you lose where your previous settings was. So you can download a mod, but unfortunately when I try to get into my garages, so I'll bring the map up for the garages, the game would crash. So again, there's nothing to say, oh by the way it's this one that's causing the conflict. You have to basically take all your mods out and put them one in at a time, and that's the way to do it right now. We've caused a problem. He's going to reverse, hopefully. That's it. It's nice when they can do that. Right then, go on then, white van man, or dark van man, whatever it is. Now this traffic mod, as many traffic vehicles as the one I was using by clip. It is at the moment, due to the fact that this van won't move. He might go now. Go on then. I don't know why he couldn't do that. It's getting these wide berths because I'm big trailers. Well, that's something called GM Community, with these big massive trailers you're seeing in my streams. Now they
Exit now.
is what I thought was causing the problem. It turned out, like I say, it wore that. Now they're nice to have in. They do really some good skins on the wagons and their trucks, spawning randomly through a stream. Since doing this Nordic Horizons achievement or challenge, the scenery you're driving through here is absolutely breathtaking. Loads of lakes. Tends not to be so many petrol stations along the way. Quite a few tunnels. I'm looking forward to finishing the achievement, and like I said previously, having a good wander round. I know when I went through one of the other side, there is a tunnel with routes leading off. Unfortunately, I hadn't picked that route, so that's something I want to have a look at in the new year, or as soon as I've finished the actual achievement. But with work commitments and getting prepared for Christmas, everything has had to have a rest, and I've had to achieve and do things preparing for Christmas. Oh, right, we got a bit of rain.
Exit now.
I've messed around with my TLBI tracking bar as well, just to tweak that a bit better, so it takes a like moving rapid back and forth as I gradually move my eyes across the screen. To be fair now, I don't think I'll ever move that settings again. I've got rid of the pitch. There's a tiny little bit there, but there's really nothing that I need to look at. Anyway, using the pitch facilities on the TLBI tracking. Now, I went and purchased a software called Beam Tracking, which basically uses a webcam rather than using the tracking eyeball. Now, the reason is behind that is I can use up another USB item, and where the TOBI tracking has to use third-party plugins to get it to work with other things that I've got on the PC, i.e. my racing games which I've got on at the moment. The Beam software should work without having to add extra third-party software in. So we will be trying that soon. Now I have briefly tried it on Euro and it did a really good job. I was well pleased with it. So again, anybody that's not got any eye tracking software, then you know there's a workaround with that if you have a standard webcam. As tracking bars or head tracking facilities can be very costly. They don't come cheap. Now, me personally, if I was telling somebody to get any kind of tracking bar, I would tell them to get Track IR. The reason behind that is there is no third-party plugins that you have to install. With TOBI, you have to. Certain programs will work without certain bits of software. Not too sure if Track IR 5 is, but definitely have to with Track IR C4 bar, which I own. So now, like I said, I can't say for the Beam tracking yet until I've totally tested it. I will give a full review in the new year, just to let you know, and we'll run through some of the settings. Again, I've said it before on the channel, Track IR you can set up and just have a look at exactly what your head's going to be doing and your head tracking and eye tracking before you even get into the game. It puts like a head on the screen, so as you move, it moves the head. So when you go into game, it's already done. Where the other two, you have to keep coming out of software, back into software to get them right. So, you know. And you're restricted on monitor size with a TOBI eye tracking bar. Tanny supports, I can't remember the full proper size, the spec is on their website, where it only follows, it can only support a certain size monitor before it will track, where Track IR supports a 50-inch telly, which I have on my other setup, and I have no problems with it whatsoever. If you look back on some of the old streams that say Track IR on them, or on the thumbnail, you will see no problems whatsoever. The only thing you have to wear, well, you got two options. You can either buy a thing that fits onto a cap, okay if the monitor is in eye level with you, a bit awkward if you're up in the air, as I am with my telly. Telly's higher than me, so I'm not at eye contact with it, so the cap doesn't work as good as it should do. And the other one is where you put a little device onto a set of speakers, and it's got 3 little lights, and that is what makes the tracking work. And you put like a little, it looks like a webcam, but it's a receiver for the little red lights, and that's what you put on your monitor at the top. And like I said, me being higher up, I have no problems. It tracks absolutely fantastic as I'm sat in my race rig. So again, the ultimate one is virtual reality. You don't have to worry about no tracking, but again, not every game is compatible with VR.
Ready to turn left.
So, and again, that's the dearest one out of them all
Turn
when it
left.
comes to tracking. Where are we going now? I'm surprised it's raining, as the rain levels are so low in my game. So one day the rain's kicked in. Well, it's just coming up for 5:30 in the morning in game. We've still got another 3 hours and 30 minutes counting down to reach our destination. As we travel at a nice, comfortable 50 mile an hour is the maximum speed for this road. Now, because it's a welder truck jobs, as we know, can only do 56 mile an hour, and I don't want to be doing more than the speed limit, as you wouldn't there in the real world. So why do it in the sim? You know, anytime I sort of break the speed limit is if I'm trying to overtake something and I need to be a little bit extra speed, otherwise I do my hardest to stick to the speed. And of course, some of these bends are tight and you end up like I've done in previous streams where you tip the truck up. So you've got to slow down, otherwise you'll be tripping your truck all the while. And of course, once you've tipped a truck, that's it, you've lost whatever you're hauling and you've done a stream or the game for nothing. So driving sensible is the best thing to do. Now, I'm not sure that people know, but you can actually drive this online with something called Truckers MP, where you get so many idiots driving in there at stupid speeds. People want to crash into you, and since SES Software put a convoy in of their own, so friends who have the same game, as long as you have the same mods and in a stacking order the same, you can play and have no problems whatsoever. So, you know, it's just yourself and your own friends. So for me, it's Mark when we play together, mainly on America. You've probably seen streams with me and Mark. There's also a friend of mine called Dom. We've had streams as well. Not for some time, but we have in the past. Right, we can knock these headlights off. That should go off, that's better. Back to blue skies. 6:30 in the morning. Drive through these little picturesque places. Ooh. What's coming at me then? Lovely sunrise in the distance. I didn't realise it was coming to a ferry. Some of the work that's gone into making this harbours and stuff, look at that. The detail is absolutely spot on. I'm getting the bumps now as we go over, entering this ferry. Okay. Right, that's where we're going. Volume, yeah, that one. Anyway,
Recomputing.
gives it a couple of seconds. Okay. So I've discovered it. I say it's the first time I've been here. Now, which way is it for me to get out? I'm assuming it could be this one.
Get ready to turn right.
Is it up here?
Turn right.
Here it is. It's always worth having a little look before you pull out. Now, I actually achieved anything driving here because I don't think it's actually long enough. I think it's 150 miles you have to travel. I think this just fell short
First exit.
of that, but driving from it to another destination, I can actually achieve another one done. We will see in a minute once I deliver this trailer. Places, I love it, I do.
Go straight on.
Now, cruise control, come on. Right, we're going to go this camera. Have a look what it is. I love coming to these little cameras, finding out stuff. Right, North Secrets, 1 of 12, see? Toy space to come and have a little look. I don't know why you could drive past me. Just gonna have to wait, eh? Wow. Oh, they animated. This is one thing with SES software. Even the animated people, they don't fall through the maps like some games I could mention. Train Sim World 6. Sorry, called you out again. Nothing falls through the map. Hey. But that's what you call good devs. They take pride in their work, SCS software. I wish Dovetail did. Hey, everything they release is broken from the start, and they know that, but they don't stop and releasing it, yeah? They'll still put it out there for you to buy at top prices, and it's wrong. We had a company like SCS Software, yeah? They've made 2 Euro trucks, yeah? But they brought one out every year, you know? Codemasters are the same with the F1s, yeah? Suppose they have to bring a new one out here. No, they don't really. should bring out one, just update them. We don't need to have all these train versions every year. Don't know what you do. So credit's due for SS software. If they did make a Euro Truck Simulator 3, how good would that be? Yeah. You know, but again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's exactly what they've done over the years. They've just improved and improved. Same with American trucks. They've just improved it and improved it over the years. Could I have gone up there? Well,
Get ready to turn left.
they tell me so.
Turn left.
Anyway, we're here now, folks.
It was a nice ride.
It was a nice ride. There we are. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this, folks. Till next time, have a great Christmas. Have a great New Year. And I'll see you back in 2026. Till then, as we say here in the Black Country, shut up a bit.